Anyways, moving on. U.S. Soccer Foundation press release. More than 1 million pledged to create 12 mini pitches honoring black players for change, kickstarting long-term partnership with U.S. Soccer Foundation. Today, Black Players for Change, Musco Lighting, and the U.S. Soccer Foundation announced that community mini pitches will be installed in honor of the founding 12 executive board members of Black Players for Change, BPC. Over the course of the next year, these mini pitches are part of a new long-term partnership between the organizations aimed at removing systemic barriers that keep children of color from playing the game. We are committed to the investment at all levels of the game, especially at the grassroots level. These mini pitches address a real barrier, lack of access to a safe place to play that leaves too many black youth from having to a path to build equity in our game, said Quincy Markawa, co-founder and director of relationships and strategic partnership for BPC. Partnering with U.S. Soccer Foundation and Musco is the first step in creating real, tangible assets, investing in local communities to serve as a launching pad for future investments, creating dividends of impact over the long term, concluded Alamarkawa. So this is what we do. We say we want to help grow the game in the inner cities. And we've done this before. We will throw money at it. We'll put fields in the inner cities, and then we'll step away and not participate. Won't grow it within. Very few people actually go in and stay. And that's a problem. It reads, it's important for black children to see people who look like them and who have made it to the highest levels of their careers, said U.S. Soccer Foundation President and CEO Ed Foster Simeon. Children playing on these pitches will be reminded every day that they, too, can succeed in their chosen path, whether that is a professional soccer player, a doctor, or any other chosen career. The U.S. Soccer Foundation is honored to work alongside Black Players for Change to provide more opportunity for youth to play our game. To compete these first 12 mini pitches, the organizations have pledged to raise an investment more than $1.8 million in the project. The first mini pitch location will be announced in the coming weeks. According to the Active Living research, one study found that 70% of African Americans in Hispanic neighborhoods did not have any recreational facilities in comparison, especially in Phoenix, for a long time. They were locked out. And you know what facilities were open in Arizona? Scottsdale, Gilbert, West Phoenix, Avondale, private facilities in West Phoenix. The city of Phoenix had everything shut down, but the rich neighborhoods, the affluent neighborhoods were open. That's ridiculous. We have more problems than just this, but I don't disagree with their path. It's just putting fields in inner cities, and then what? The mini pitch system modular sport solution helps combat these challenges by providing community members with safer places for free play. The spaces can also be used by local organizations to run highly quality free or low-cost youth soccer programs, including the U.S. Soccer Foundation Soccer for Success program. Now, you see those futsal pitches that are going all over. The ones in Arizona, the ones in Phoenix, those mini pitches, they're run by the city. The city of Phoenix is notorious, and I'm sure like any other city that you're from, when the government's involved in soccer, for whatever reason, it fails miserably. You know what else fails at it is the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club. They are horrible at their jobs. When it comes to soccer, they do good in basketball. They do good in t-ball and the mainstream sports, but they don't do soccer. Never done it well. Even City of Phoenix has done so poorly, they even gave it away and say, hey, SC del Sol, you can have it. They're like, oh, we'll take it. They took it, and then they threw it away because there wasn't money. They wanted the facilities for their tournaments to make money, but they didn't want to deal with the kids in the inner city. That's Esti del Sol for you. Each athlete will visit his hometown community for grand opening of the mini pitch and will help elevate Black voices in the community. Images of prominent Black athletes will surround the mini pitch. The U.S. Soccer Foundation has a long history of engaging youth of color to deliver positive outcomes through sports. 48% of participants in the Soccer for Success program are Hispanic and 34% are African American. Surveys show that 88% of participants of the Soccer for Success program will work better on a team. 86% avoid antisocial behavior and 83% have improved health outcomes. U.S. Soccer Foundation surveys also show that communities benefit from the creation of mini pitch. 98% say that people in the community are more active, and 98% say that their community feels safer. The 12 mini pitches are made possible thanks to the significant investment by Musco Lighting. Musco has been involved in providing structural support for lighting systems for the more than 40 years and has partnered in projects with the U.S. Soccer Foundation for more than 20 years. They have worked with the foundation to develop the structure for the mini pitch system, installing and refining the system over the past 2 years. It includes state-of-the-art LED lighting technology, fencing, goals, lockable storage, and ADA compliance access. On average, the lighted mini pitches allow the near 3 additional hours to play in a day. We believe very strongly in the mission of empowering youth to underserved communities with opportunities to come together, grow, develop essential life skills, and have fun in safe, well-lit, high-quality environment, said Jeff Rogers, Vice President of Development Sales at Musco. That exactly what Black Players for Change and the U.S. Soccer Foundation has dedicated themselves to with this initiative, and we couldn't be more prouder to be a part of it. So here's my thoughts on it. They're going to go put these down. They're going to put money into it. They're going to give facilities, which is good. We need as much facilities as possible in as many communities as possible. But there's no follow through. There'd be like, okay, city, Parks and Rec, good luck. You can have this. Do your program. And they're going to only think about it of how they can make money on it so they can grow what they're doing, their Parks and Rec. And they're not going to pay attention to it. There should be a caveat that before they put it in, it can't be with this Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec are notorious for turnover. It needs to go into a inner city soccer club or through a state association with follow through. If like our state association has a director of coaching, the director of coaching at ASA in Arizona needs to focus, number one, on development in inner city. Number one. That's what they should do. Instead of hiring more and more staff. It's no different than a failed school district where we keep giving money to schools, but the schools don't get the money. Like the teachers don't get the money into the classroom. We don't get higher paid teachers. We get higher paid administrators. Administrators are the death nail to any organization. They can either invest into what really matters, which is grassroots work, or they can keep adding administration to lessen their burden of actually doing work. But they're not going to do that. They just want an easier life, and that's the life we live, right? Everyone's looking for an easy way out. No one's willing to put their shoulder to the wheel and get to work. We're missing that. Matter of fact, after this podcast, I'm going to take my son, who's actually due to be back online in 12 minutes in his school. Once he finishes for his lunch break, I'm going to go make him do like 20 push-ups, run outside in the Arizona heat, and do a little suffrage. Our children need to suffer. Can't be comfortable. And that's the other thing with, everyone's like, inner city, they're struggling. They need more. They need more opportunity. They don't need to be spoon fed every little thing. Part of life, if you can struggle and overcome, you're going to be a superhuman. You're going to be a rock star. That's why, in rich economic families that kids are given everything, they're horrible human beings. If you have money, don't give your kid a car. If you have money, don't give your kid anything. Let them earn it themselves. It's easy for me to say because I can't give my kids anything because I'm broke. But there's just a different way of doing things. But if we're going to do this, there needs to be a caveat that they have to have oversight. They need data coming back. They're just going to throw things out. Look what we did. This is what we do in America nonstop. We throw money at it in hopes change is going to happen, and nothing changes. I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you enjoyed it, like it, share it, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. If you do that, you'll receive the information needed to offset the many lies U.S. Soccer provides, whether it's with club soccer or MLS Next and every academy showcase, all that stuff. I'll give you the information that you're needing to know that's opposite what you're being told. And then you can make an informed decision. If you like that, if you like the truth, you like to listen from someone that's not selling you a product, because I'm not selling you anything. I'm just giving you information. I'm your guy. Subscribe today.